Hello my friends, welcome to a little game of Keystone. That's what we're going to be playing today. It's a StarCraft card game. I've shown it before on the channel, but it was a long time ago. Just booting up a game against the AI because, full disclosure, I had 13 work days in a row, and today is my day off, and I don't want to figure out how to do the Paradox all-in with 76 different modifiers that's going to take like hours. So we're being lazy. We're playing some Keystone. I'll explain it as we go. We're playing against the AI because it's like 10:30 and I gotta get a video out and I couldn't find anybody to play. We're doing a best of 3 and it should be fun. I'm gonna pick the Blackened Skies deck to start with, and I'm just gonna mulligan everything because this deck looks specifically for the card Blackened Skies. We'll see what we get. We did not get the card Blackened Skies. So, this is a card game. As you can see, we have cards over here, we have resources over here, minerals and gas. At the beginning of every turn, you get to pick one of these resources up to a maximum of 8 minerals or 3 gas. And then you play cards. The cards pop on over here, and then after a round they spawn and start attacking the enemy. So my deck specifically is a little bit of a combo deck. And we're going to be trying to build up towards one super duper turn. However, during all that, we obviously have to survive. I haven't actually played this game in years, so obviously everything I'm doing is super out of date. But the idea behind this deck is that we play defensive options. For example, Swarm Hosts, these are defensive units, so they will go up to about here and then burrow, and then just send waves of locusts until they're dealt with. They're a perfect unit for the early game like this. The enemy hasn't actually sent anything out. Well, that's good for us. And my allies are sending... It looks like we were playing with 3 Zerg players on this side. We're all Zergs. So we have a little bit of time. We're going to use the action card, Sudden Betrayal, steal Heroic card from an opponent's deck, and add it to our hand. I don't know if this card is good, but I do know that it's fun. Wait. Actually, I guess we probably want to send Dahaka, because if this is the only card you played this turn, draw a card. Yeah, that seems correct. And the enemy's got... There we go. They have some Protoss. They have some Terran. Yeah, it looks like they got stuff running. Now, we are playing a best of 3, so even if they brick on the first game, which I'm not going to say that they will, but even if they do, it will not be over. So in the Queens of Blades, each turn she adds a Hive Mind card that you don't already have to your hand if possible. Yeah, I think we'll get this, and then next turn we'll be able to play 2 of these Sudden Betrayals at a time. Ooh, good storms by the enemy. They're going to be able to soak all these Banelings. They did lose some shields on this, but that's okay. And here comes Dahaka. Can you get him? Nice job, buddy. All of your units except for Kerrigan and Overlords become defensive and gain rush. I don't want to make my stuff defensive because our opponent didn't play that much in the beginning. And we want to take full advantage of that. So we're going to take this turn off to play 2 Sudden Betrayals, grab 2 Heroic cards from the enemy. We got the Archon of Freedom and the Queen Rokar. Add Mutalisk spawn cards to your hand until you have 1 less than maximum hand size. That's pretty cool. So Dahaka went down. He did a decent bit of damage. He's not there to win the game. He's mostly there to draw a card. If you've ever played a card game before, probably sounds very familiar. We have these Overlords that draw cards, and as I said before, we are playing a combo deck. So we're trying to draw our combo. Overlord draws a card and increases your maximum hand size by 1. Actually, I think we're going to play both. And extra hand size means more cards, obviously. So the back and forth has started. We actually have a very nice lurker just chilling right here. The enemy doesn't have detection, as you can see. I'm sure they'll get some eventually, but it's doing just a nice little job right over here. As we continue to play stuff. These frenzied Zerglings draw cards. That seems like a good use of our time. And then Rokar, who will fill us up with a nice number of Mutalisk spawns. Oh, firing his laser. We got shooped whooped. That is such an old reference. Oh my goodness. That's like pre-2010. Oh, wow. What does a changeling do? Has detection, follows cloaked units. Enemy units won't attack it without detection. Draws a card when played. We're just going to play this Archon of Freedom. Discard the card from your deck that sends the most supplicants. I do not have that. Sorry, buddy. And we're just going to play these to get them out of our hand. Uh-oh. Big marine drop from the opponents on us, though we had some Ultralisks right in the fray, so those are just going to cut through, and we had the Archons that I sent. Which means that that marine drop was actually pretty invalidated. That's good for us. We're going to send a changeling, because we see that they have a cloaked ghost over here. At the same time, they're building up building infrastructure, which allows them to, every turn, crank out units for free. Which is not great for us. We need to send more stuff that draws cards, if at all possible. Or we could have a Raw Essence to our hand. I think that draws a card. I think that's what Raw Essence does. Is it draws a card, and then if primal units kill something, it upgrades. So we'll take that for now. However, currently, this push is going really nicely. Oh, we had a Terran player on our side. I didn't notice. I thought that we were 3 Zergs.
Let them come.
We just don't need this. I don't want them to be defensive, but I also don't want this card in my hand. Spawn Broodlings. 1500 damage to the toughest enemy ground unit. Spawn 18 Broodlings at it. Oh, that's perfect because they're sending this Thor. And then we're going to play the Raw Essence to draw a card. And at some point, I promise, we will draw our card. Welcome to how combo decks actually play out in card games when you try to play them. When the opponent plays them, draw the combo every time. When you play it, why did it draw us 2 cards and mill our combo piece? No! We have 2 of those. So we'll try again. That was not good. Oh no. It went away. It's gone. And the enemies are actually making a really good push against us now. We have swarm hosts over here, which will be able to continue putting pressure as the enemy comes. Frenzied Hydralisks, we can send those. Why do we keep getting Defend to the Hive over and over? Is Kerrigan even... Yeah, she's just playing defensive over here. Even though this doesn't make her defensive, she's just a coward. Send whatever Hydralisks we can. Try to bank up as many air units as possible. Play the cards that allow us to draw more cards. And hopefully, blacken the skies right here. Abducting Vipers. You know what? Could be good. We're going to send a pair of Broodlords. And the Vipers will just yoink these Colossus over, and that's what we need right now. Oh, it's Kraith. Hey, bud. Oh, we might we might be dead. Oh no, I have lost it for the team. Unstable Mutalisks, just play what we have. We don't really have time to save up for the combo anymore. We have to use our pieces in order to try to get something done. We have Broodlords, we have Vipers. It's a good combo. Swarm hosts are being cut through. Oh, guys. This is sad. Remember, oh, Black in the Skies! Sends 12 Mutalisk. Launch, play all cards from your hand that send only air units and then discard the rest. This does not send air units, but this does, this does, this does, this does, and that does. Go get him, Tiger! Look at all this stuff. If we survive the turn, it should be insane. Now, normally, we would be able to do this twice, but we can't, because our other Black in the Skies got discarded. But maybe this is enough. Draw something real good right here. Mutalisks with Rush. Rush means they go right now. This is fine. We got Banelings coming out of Overlords. We have 1,000,000 Mutalisks. We have Broodlords. We have Vipers. We are getting some real stuff done. Don't run too far forward. Catch up to these Banelings. Let the Banelings do their thing. Oh, the Infested Alexander! Sends Alexander. Each turn returns 4 weak infested to your hand as 2 infested mech. Yep. Okay, that's Infested Battlecruiser. Banelings coming out of the Overlords. They're kind of running past everything, but then they're dropping. And the big old push is coming. We comboed, ladies and gentlemen. Overlords are dropping stuff over here. This is the thing about this deck. We have a bunch of ground units, but they all kind of come out of... the Overlords. That's just how it is. It's like weird drop stuff and stuff. So they're technically air units in the way that the card is worded. Oh, we're gonna get it. I hope we get to change decks for the next game. It's, you know, it's so over. We did so well. Maybe play a little bit of Terran next time. Easy peasy. Never a doubt in your mind. Game number 2. Battle Cruisers, Thors, Sky Toss, Gathering, Purifiers. Let's go Thors, and then if we win, we can go Sky Toss next time. Yeah, let's just big Thor energy. Our deck will be a Thorable. So this is a mule. You get 2 minerals for the 1 turn that you play it. This is a Wraith that adds 1 Wraith to every UED card in your hand. This is a Goliath that sends 2 Goliaths to every UED card in your hand. So this kind of works together. Yeah, I think this is fine. Oh, here we go. That's a Siege Walkers. So what we do is we play this UED card. It sends a Goliath and then adds 2 Goliaths to every UED card, which happens to be this one. So now this sends 2 Wraiths, 1 Valkyrie, and 2 Goliaths, which we'll be able to play. And then hopefully we can use this mule to jump into the Siege Walker. Oh, they made a bunker. Send 4 Reapers. Recover 1 card with the buried keyword from your discard pile. I'm going to assume, yeah, we have 3 cards in our discard pile. So there's some cards called buried that start in your discard pile, and we have them. Terrazine Canister. When selected, gain 1 gas. When played, add Spectre Cell to your hand. So this is 2 minerals for the turn. This is 1 gas for the turn. They're ramp cards. They're not actually good, but they cause you to go fast. And we got another one of these Cronus Wings. So I think what we're going to do is play 1 and then the next. And then the turn after that. Nice micro, dude. Our little Reapers. Oh, I'm so proud. Draw a card, add a Vespene Barrel to your hand, add a mineral. Oh, that's what we want. It's a ramp card. Ragnarok. Send a Thor, launch it, deals 1500 damage to the toughest enemy ground unit. It's got rush, so it comes out instantly, and it's heroic. Okay, this is going good. How much money can we get next turn? 1, 2, 3, 7. Oh, we're very close. Or we could get the Ragnarok right now. No, I think we're going to wait for the Siege Walkers. We're just going to play this Cronus Wing. Get a decent number of units out on the field. The next one will send 3 Wraiths and a Valkyrie, which is incredibly mid. But that's okay. Oh, good. Our Wraiths and Valkyries can fight against their scouts. Truly the epic duel of the ages. Science Vessel, add a Slave Broods to your hand, then 1 Goliath and 1 Wraith to a random UED card. Okay, that's good too. So we go Mule, Mineral Chunks, Vespene Barrel, which pops us all the way to up to 8 and 3, and then we can send a Thor, 2 Vikings, and 3 Goliaths. That is a huge power spike for this point in the game. We're looking good. And then next turn, we can get a gas and then play this Terrazine Canister, which will allow us to play Ragnarok and get a Thor out. This is, and oh, it's going to shoot this Archon. There he goes. Nice. Thanks, buddy. And he is a heroic Thor. So he has double life, double shields, plus 3 armor, and 50% bonus attack damage, which is great for a Thor. He's just going to sit in the back and deal tons of damage. 1500 damage to 4 random enemy structures with a value 2 or less. So I believe these bunkers have a value 2 or less. You can see right here, value 1, 3, 3, 4. I think that we can play this just to make sure we blow up their buildings. And then maybe the Mobile Combat Lab to add a Wraith and a Goliath to this Cronus Wing. That gives us a Slave Broods, which gives us Hydras, Medics, Zerglings, because it's a UED card. Because we dealt with the static defense, we're looking really, really, really good here. This, I just want to throw as much support as I have behind this Thor specifically. So we're not going to play this, which sets us up for later. Instead, we're just going to keep the aggression going, keep the momentum, and keep leaning on the opponent. 2 Wraiths to a random UED card in the hand. Maybe we play this because it has Rush as well, and it will add Wraiths to this, which we can play next turn. It's slightly slower, but it is more Wraiths, which I don't know how important that actually is. I think we're going to get a nice little 2-0 here. The enemy did not really have the momentum after we killed their stack defense, and the big Thor, Walker, everything energy in the second game was pretty overwhelming for them. So yeah, this is Keystone. It's a fun game. You can play it with your friends, you can play it against the AI, and then they have these Nemesis challenges that are little boss fights that are very cool. In fact, we have a little bit of time. I'm going to show one off right now. Give me a sec. Alrighty, so this is the Nemesis mode. As you can see here, there are 10 total boss fights that we can play against: Zagara, Confederate, Tassadar, Alarak, Dahaka, Amon, Overmind, Ulrazaj, Mengsk, and the UED. Today we're going to be playing against the UED because it's very easy to show off and simple, but also pretty cool. And we're going to be doing it on Grandmaster difficulty, so I'm probably going to get annihilated. This is the highest difficulty that there is. And then we have to pick a deck, and I'm going to pick my Purifier deck, because Purifiers, I believe, are pretty good. At least they were 2.5 years ago. Who knows? I don't know if this game gets active updates anymore, but why not? I don't remember how to play them, though.
I am giving you one last chance to surrender your
So,
forces.
we are playing,
Sovereign authority of the United Earth,
as you can see, against General Dougal. What does he have? He has the UED starts with 3 battlecruisers per player. Each turn they advance a short distance and then hold position. He has Project Black Flag. Each UED player starts with an Overmind card in their hand that costs 5 minerals and 2 gas. Each turn the Overmind adds a Zergling, Hydralisk, Ultralisk, Scourge, or Mutalisk spawn to its owner's hand, and then doubles the unit count on it. So we're going to get swarmed by Zerg. And then when the UED player doesn't spend their money, they turn that money into blockade cards in our hand that slow things down. So we have to remember how to play this. You played 3 combat activations this game, upgrade your okay, yes. Purifiers have a mechanic called combat activation, which I don't remember what the cards themselves do, but you want them. For example, these 4 sentries send combat activation. So we're going to be fishing for those. Perfect, another one of these. So we want to play 3 of them, and then Cybros Station will upgrade, and that's what we're looking for. But of course, because we are playing, what does this do? 4 sentries, combat activation to hand, reduce the cost of one of the most expensive unit card in your hand by 1 mineral and 1 gas. Oh, that's really good for the Tempests. It only attack non-keystone structures. That's not nearly as good. All your units on the battlefield become aggressive and gain rush. So that's also not that good. We really, we got to play 3 of them because it upgrades our Cybros Station into a mothership, I believe. Combat activation to our hand. Yeah. That's where we're at. And we're just going to keep getting flooded with blockades as time goes on, but that's fine. Because if we can get a really early mothership, that's obviously very powerful. However, these slowly advancing battlecruisers are going to be annoying because the things that we play right now aren't going to be particularly valuable. They'll do a little bit of damage. Rude. Gotta send a planetary surveyor. An observer that fetches the most expensive action card. Why is there just a bunch of medics? They didn't send any combat units. I love it. Okay. I guess we play the combat activation to morph this. There we go. Cybros activated. Sends a mothership, launch 3 non-unique purifier cards to your deck and 3 non-unique purifier cards to your hand, and it's heroic as a mothership. Should be good. We keep losing cards because we are completely blockaded here. which is very obnoxious. I'm just going to take a turn off to play all of these. Well, as many as I can. Get them out of my hand. And it looks like that they are ramping up in the difficulty. As I said, I don't think we're going to win this game, but we're going to try. We have the Psionic Chaos ability. It sends 10 Psionic Storms on clusters of enemy units. I think that's what we want to do. Play a blockade, play a Psionic Chaos. These guys are going to start attacking, and we're just going to blast them. And there is the Overmind, where things start to become significantly more difficult. Why is our observer over here and not helping out with these wraiths? I don't like that. Well, Cybros activated. We got a lot of guys. One Void Ray launch uses Solar Beam to deal 1500 damage to the toughest enemy unit. That sounds good. It's got Rush as well, which we need because they're just targeting us down. These have Rush as well. 2 Zealots. Send us Mechas instead of Bio. Reduce the cost of this card by the number of cards in your discard pile that sends Zealots. Well, that's not really relevant right now. We just need what we can get. Okay, Mothership cloaked things. Oh, no, don't just die. No! Okay, as I said, we're playing on... we're playing on Grandmaster difficulty. It is the highest for a reason. Well, you win some and you lose some. My friends, thank you for watching. As I said, this is Keystone the game. You can play it on the StarCraft arcade. It is a lot of fun. The Nemesis modes in particular are very enjoyable. If you... there's a card collection aspect to it, but honestly, what I did was I set up an auto-hotkey script to just play through the game while I was asleep and farmed all the money. You can do that too. No one will get mad at you. If you know how to edit bank files, you can do it that way instead too. Have a good day. I hope you have a wonderful one. I'll see you with real content tomorrow. Peace.